Okay. All right. Facebook is set up. Looks like I've been running around forever. And YouTube is set up. You guys, this is an experiment to see if I can stream on Facebook and YouTube at the same time and actually, um, talk to both groups at the same time. So this came because that I am calling divine time management. And it has to do with connecting to my higher self, connecting with the my personal team of guides, or my intuition, or however you want to conceptualize that, and tapping into what I can't see with my own physical eyes about what's coming up in my day, what's coming up in my week, what energies are around me, and really getting very specific about what it is that I need to do, and approximately how much time and what order, so that I'm in the flow of my day. So that's my divine time management process. It's kind of a combination of intuition and uh, and boots on the ground, linear, traditional time management processes. So what I'm doing is today, what came up for me, because a lot of times I don't know what I have in my mind, what I think I'm going to do. And then when I go ahead and use this process, some other things come up. So here I am live because I have about 20 to 25 minutes to get on here with you guys and do a little Monday morning check-in. Now, for those of you on Facebook, you may not really uh, you may not be aware of this, but over on YouTube, when I get the inspiration, I do these live streams all the time. So if you happen to be on YouTube, come and look me up, Sandy Freshy, and like and subscribe to my page, and you can get these Monday morning check-ins as well. Or sometimes they're Wednesday, or sometimes they're Thursday. And a lot of the content that I share with you guys on the Facebook page is actually originates from my YouTube page. So we have a great, vibrant community over there, and I'm hoping that we can also create even more community on Facebook. So welcome to you guys on YouTube. Welcome to you guys on Facebook. This is just a quick 20 to 25 minute check-in. I don't have my timer up, so we're just going to go with divine timing here as well. So the thought that came to me, especially when I was getting this guidance that I wanted to get on today and do this right now for about 20 to 25 minutes, the thought that came to me was something that came up in a conversation with a friend yesterday, about how the mind is made for ideas and not action. And it's so perfect for this whole inspiration of getting on and streaming to both groups today. I have all kinds of ideas. I'm sure you do too, and those ideas are just ideas because they originate somewhere up here in the brain consciousness aspect, right? And if you're looking at your human design chart, or if you've seen your human design chart, and I clean my office and they're over there, so I can't pull one up, but you know that this up here is a long way from what your body is telling you down here. And human design is so helpful in this respect because it puts the mind in the place where the mind gets to see what it needs to see, so it can be inspired by what it needs to be inspired by. And the body gets to move through life and make the decisions that it needs to make. So the mind gets its rightful place to have its experiences, to observe its experiences of what the body is doing. So just remember that as your first Monday morning thought and idea to perhaps inspire your week, or to create some structure around your week. That the mind is for ideas and not actions. So that kind of leads me into kind of what I wanted to check in with you about. Over on YouTube, you guys on Facebook, I'm letting you in on this. Over here on YouTube, and those of you who are here live on YouTube, welcome. You might have already know about this, but we did a live 1,200 subscriber live stream unlisted workshop on YouTube last week on deconditioning. And I'm in the process of editing that and getting that up as part of a whole series on discovering your design. So in that process, I put out some feelers to the YouTube people about whether or not you wanted to do a low-cost workshop on authority, decision-making authority, which is that part of us that we really need to understand for when it's time to take action. Again, the mind is not for taking action. The authority that we have, the wisdom that we know in human design as authority is usually in the body somewhere. And that's what we use to get clarity about what to take action on and when to take action. So I put this questionnaire out to people on YouTube, and I was just wondering if maybe it was time to go on Zoom and have a conversation. And of course, when I take it off of these free platforms, I need to kind of charge for that to compensate for the platforms that I'm paying for. So half of the people, that those of you who are on YouTube, half of you said, well, some of you said, I'm okay with strategy and authority. I understand how I'm here to make decisions and what that feels like in my body. But then the other two groups were, yes, I'm all in for the low cost workshop. And no, yes, I want to know about this, but no, I cannot afford it. So that tells me that there's still a need for us to continue along this free live stream format. So that's what I'm going to do over on YouTube when I sit down with my divine time management process and schedule out the decision-making authority workshops. Is we're going to do them the same way we did them did the deconditioning workshop, where we've got on live stream. It's unlisted. You get the link by email. You come on, you get to share what you're going to share. You know, you get to chat. And we're going to talk, I'm going to actually do it by energy type. So we're going to talk, do one workshop on projector issues and decision-making authority. We're going to do another one on manifestor issues, if we have enough manifestors, and decision-making authority, and then another one for generators and manifesting generators and decision-making authority. Now, if there are reflectors, if any of you watching this are reflectors, please let me know. I'm not planning to do a reflector issue one, just because I don't know that many projectors, and I don't know that I can speak from a place of authority or a place of really understanding what you're about, reflectors. So, but if you really want to do something where we can get online and do that, please let me know. So that's what I'm really excited about this week, is all of this clarity that has come through because of those of you who are really giving me that feedback. This is a co-creative process on YouTube and on Facebook. Facebook's up here, YouTube is down here. So if you see me looking back and forth, that's what I'm doing. Those of you who are giving me feedback and sending me or inviting me to do videos, this is a co-creative content creation endeavor. I'm here to shine light on perhaps the path to your solutions, and to share perhaps some of my experiences, either through personally or through my work with clients who are similar to you. And this is a process where I don't just do it from the top of my head. I do it from your interaction. And I so appreciate that interaction. So that's it for the business part of the Monday morning check-in. What I love to do is, especially at the beginning of the week, is to just take us through a process where we can center ourselves and get focused on maybe the energies of what's most important at this time. Something for you to contemplate, something for you to work with as you move through your week and see how it unfolds. And I'm live streaming. That was my husband. Those of you on YouTube probably saw that. So what I'm going to do is just draw a card. And those of you who are on YouTube, you know these are Sonia Choquette's soul lessons and soul purpose cards. And I love them because they're so direct. There's so much about here's what's going on. If you're having this challenge, here's what's going on a soul level. And here are some things that you can begin to work with. This is what your soul is calling you to do. So let's take a big, deep breath together. Maybe a couple of deep breaths. Hi, Judy. I know Janice was on here. Hi, Janice. And those of you who are watching live on YouTube, go ahead and chat in as well. I'd love to know who you are. And let's just focus on what we need to know about the week ahead. Maybe you have a particular issue, a projector issue, or a generator, manifesting generator issue, or a question about how to manage your energy at this point. Maybe you have a manifestor issue if you're a manifestor, or a reflector issue. You just want to know, get something where you can begin to take your mind that's here for ideas and not action, and give it something to see, to focus upon, and give your body something to sink into and to work with. And I'm just waiting for a card to pop up for us collectively. It's taking a while. Okay, everybody, get focused. What do we need to see? What do we need to... there's one. I think we've had this one before. Raise your vibration. And it's interesting that there are these bandages on the hands. And I'm noticing today it's like the hands are in a place of surrender and giving it up. But it's also with these bandages like they have been burned. That's almost like what I'm seeing today is like, have you been burned by something that where you really need to surrender or give it up to divine time management, to the divine, and need to in turn receive that energy where you can raise your vibration. So let's see what this says. Are you suffering from vague physical ailments, headaches, belly aches, phantom pains, or worse? So this is a physical raise your vibration. Are you struggling to feel healthy and strong? Don't panic and don't interpret any physical challenges or ailments as signs of failure or weakness. Your body's complaints are simply its way of the unexpressed feelings so that you can have a clear and active physical vibration. Embrace them lovingly and thank your visible self for working so hard to properly house your spirit. Consciously choose to cast off useless feelings of depression, sorrow, and self recrimination in order to retrieve your health. Your soul's purpose right now is to introduce your body to a higher, more positive, healthy vibration through the right focus. Your soul's lesson: discipline your mind to focus on those energies that enable you to love your body and listen to it with patience and interest. If it's troubled, it's alerting you to release what no longer serves you. By letting go of old patterns, you'll raise your vibration and enhance your physical and psychic vitality. Hi, Dorothy. Good to see you. So, where are you not quite yourself in your body? That's how I usually put it, is when I did kind of wake up like that this morning. I had crazy dreams last night. Who knows what I was doing in my sleep? And I really had to sit for about a half hour this morning and talk to my body and sort of consciously out loud run the energy through my body, connecting up my higher consciousness with my body consciousness. And just, I had to feel it. I had to just feel until everything got connected in. And when I feel kind of disconnected or whatever, I know that I'm not myself. So I know that I didn't wake up as myself. So I took that time to release whatever it was that I was holding on to that was keeping me in that lower vibration or keeping me disconnected from my true frequency, and keeping me from raising that vibration as well. So it seems like this is setting the stage this week for a real embodied physical awareness where we can begin to take the actual physical steps that we need to take in order to move ahead on the earth plane. So there's this need this week for you to actually do that, and he keeps coming in and out, so which I'm not going to worry about because he's actually doing some things that I was guided to delegate him to do. So that was good. So here's some thoughts that are coming up around that. Again, let's go back to that opening thought that the mind is for ideas and not actions. So there's probably a lot less that you have to do physically than you think you have to do. So that's the first part of it to become aware of, especially for those of you who are non-sacral beings, the manifestors and the projectors, and if there are any reflectors, you too. The second thought that came to me is, or the second piece of something that I heard was about hydration and the importance of really staying hydrated, and staying staying away from the things the drinks that dehydrate you, like the caffeine and the things that amp your body up, kind of give you those out of body experiences that can happen when you're kind of hyped up. And settling into really irrigating. That term has just come through, like irrigating the cells, irrigating the bloodstream, irrigating the tissues, and clearing out the doldrums and the stuff, the energies and the toxicity. All of that irrigation process is going to help immensely with this raising your vibration. We're electrical beings, so as electrical beings, we have to have the water and the hookups, the water to hook us up. so that we can stay connected to our higher selves, so that we can stay facile and mobile in our bodies, and so that we can stay in touch with our decision-making authority, our inner authority, if we have that, or for those of you who are have mental authority or an outer authority, you still need to stay in touch with what's in here, because a lot of your authority has to do with what's going on in your open G center. And that's going to be something that we talk about when we get to these workshops, these live YouTube live stream workshops on the different energy types, the challenges and issues that all of the different energy types experience, and how you can begin to work with those challenges, or harmonize or level out those challenges by getting in touch with your specific decision-making authority. So stay tuned for that. I will, since I'm streaming on both platforms today, I'll make sure that both groups get the information about how to sign up for those. They are going to be free, just like the deconditioning workshop. So I'm really thrilled and honored to be able to offer a service for you because I really believe that money should not be a barrier to you living in alignment with your design, especially with the very basics of understanding your energy type, understanding your strategy, and understanding your decision-making authority. Those three things will carry you through your whole deconditioning process. And if you were in that workshop, you heard that already, but they will carry you through, and you should not have to pay exorbitant amounts of money to understand those basics of how you operate, so that you can begin your deconditioning process on a strong and grounded footing. So it looks like I'm at about 22 minutes here, and my divine time management process said 20 to 25 minutes. So let's take a big deep breath together. Inhaling life force energy, inhaling oxygen, and exhaling anything that's keeping you in those lower vibrations, keeping you from repairing yourself from the burns that you may have experienced in your body, the way that you may have possibly beat up your body over the last week or so. Inhale again, fresh life force energy, fresh oxygen. And exhale anything that's an anchor or a weight to you raising your physical vibration. And inhale one more time. Fresh life force into your cells, and exhaling all of the tethers that are keeping you from truly embodying those higher vibrations and frequencies. And let's just set the intention that as we move through the week, we will be guided and inspired to do the things that we need to do for our bodies to continue to raise our vibration and to feel better and better in our physical vehicles. So I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to attempt to get off of both platforms gracefully, so bear with me. Please leave your comments about the ideas I had about the workshop, anything that you may need to know that I didn't cover about that. And I'll be talking about it a little more because I haven't really set the dates for it yet. So until the next time, YouTube and Facebook, be well. I am still trying to end this stream. Okay, there it is.
Okay. All right. Facebook is set up. Looks like I've been